The Life and Sad Ending of Andy Williams. Andy Williams was born Howard Andrew Williams on December 3, 1927, in Wall Lake, Iowa, USA. While living in Cheviot, Ohio, Williams attended Western Hills High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. He finished high school at University of High School in West Los Angeles because of his family's move to California. The extraordinary, easy-listening, croony talents of Andy Williams were first unveiled when he was 8 years old and inducted into the Williams Brother Quartet as its youngest member. Andy started singing with three older brothers, Bob Williams, Dick Williams, and Don Williams, in his hometown's Presbyterian church choir. The quartet became instant local news and made a professional singing debut when Andy was in the third grade. A bona fide hit, they went on to become the staple of radio in the nearby city, Des Moines. From there, the harmonizing siblings found widespread popularity on wartime radio, including Chicago and Cincinnati. Andy graduated from high school in Cincinnati. They eventually caught the attention of Crim King Bing Crosby, who included the boys in his mammoth 1944 hit single Swingin' on a Star. Bing, of course, was keen on the boys' combined talents, having his own singing quartet, Sons at Home. Specialty film appearances and musicals were also the rage, and the boys' appearance in such film fare as Jane, Kansas City Kitty, Something in the Wind, and Ladies' Man. They then joined singer-personality Kay Thompson in 1947 with her Electric Nightclub act and stayed with the popular show until they disbanded in 1951. Andy was the only Williams brother who ventured out into the East Coast to seek a solo singing career. His career received a major boost when he co-starred the Chico Marx, the short-lived television show The College Bowl. On the show, he acted, sang, and danced along with others. The show lasted for 26 weeks. After College Bowl was canceled, Andy Williams was offered a regular singing duty on Steve Allen's The Tonight Show, which led Andy's first recording contract with Cadence Records in 1956 for his first record. A top 10 hit came with the lovely ballad Canadian Sunset. This in turn followed by Butterfly, Lonely Street, I Like Your Kind of Love, Are You Sincere, the Hawaiian Wedding Song, the last tune earning him 5 Grammy nominations. An integrating presence on television, he was handed a low musical show co-hosting with June Villale the summer replacement series of his own. In the meantime, he developed into the top nightclub favorites. In 1962, Andy made a lucrative label change from Columbia Records, which produced the top 10 pop hit Can't Get Used to Losing You, and the collaboration with Henry Mancini, which inspired Andy's signature song, Moon River, the Oscar-winning tune for a popular Audrey Hepburn film, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Andy had the honor of singing the song during the Oscar ceremony. Other major chart busters for Andy came with the movie theme songs of Days of Wine and Roses, Dear Heart, and Love Story. An attempt to parlay his singing fame into a film career was one of Andy's few missteps in hugely successful career. He co-starred in the light, screwy Ross Hunter comedy Soufflé, I'd Rather Be Rich, starring Sandra Dee, an enjoyable squared-off with fellowing singing suitor Robert Goulet. Andy and Robert also sang in The Picture, including sharing the title song, which was the tepid remake of It Started with Eve, starring Deanna Durbin. It was an artificial role to be sure, and it's only significant in that Andy's legit acting experience was finally on film. What truly put Andy over the top was the phenomenal success of his weekly variety show, The Andy Williams Show. Andy was a natural in front of the television camera, and his duetting with such singing legends as Ellen Fitzgerald, Judy Garland, and Peggy Lee kept audiences enthralled week after week. What goes around comes around for Andy would often invite his brothers to sing along with him, and he also introduced one-talent harmonizing boy group, the Seven Osmond Brothers. The series, which concluded in 1971, won 3 Emmy Awards for Best Musical Variety Series. Andy himself picked up a couple nominations as a performer. In 1961, Andy married a stunning, whispery-voiced French chatonette named Claudine Longuet, who was 15 years younger. The couple had 3 children. She made a mild hit of the song Love is Blue and enjoyed slight celebrity status. Like the Crosby family, Andy's clan became an integral part of his annual classic Christmas television specials. Despite the fact that the couple separated in 1969, Claudine continued to appear in the specials in the early 70s. In tandem with his famous television show, Andy opened Caesar's Palace in 1966 and went on to headline there for 20 years. Following the demise of his television success, Andy continued to tour both here and abroad. He laid low for a time to protect his children through a tragic crisis when his ex-wife Claudine became enmeshed in tabloid-style shooting in March of 1976. In the 70s, also deemed the cardigan-wearing Andy as square and clean-cut to prod younger audiences. Nevertheless, he hosted the Grammys a few times and returned its syndicated series The Format of 1976, which was short-lived. Andy remarried happily in 1991 to non-professional Debbie Haas. Inspired by singer-friend Ray Stevens, Andy had built a $12 million state-of-the-art theater, which opened in 1992 and was christened by Andy Williams Moon Theater. Andy became the first non-country star to perform there, and the other theme shows have since been inspired to populate the small town, now considered the live music capital of the world. At plus 70 years of age, he continued to perform in Branson, Missouri, where he and his wife reside, and in Europe. Andy Williams died at the age of 84 of bladder cancer in Branson, Missouri on September 25, 2012.